starches that are healthier, and they do the job as well. So stay to the end. I have a surprise for you guys, and I hope that you will enjoy this. Okay, so what is the problem with certain recipes? You know, we have tested so many recipes. I cannot tell you how many flours we used, how many different scenarios we did with creating the right recipes. You know, our goal was the poor mix and bake method, so to speak. You get the flour mix delivered to your door. You just pour it in your bowl. You add water to it. You let it stand for maybe an hour. In some instances, it would be nicer to let it rest overnight to get a little fermentation into it. And then you bake it. And what you get out of it is an incredible satisfying loaf. A loaf that is full of fiber, proteins, nutrients. So that's what we are introducing here. So we created two collections, so to speak. One is the Vital Loaf collection, and the other one is the Joy Loaf collection. So the Vital Loaf is all about nutrients, no starches, and you know, making it possible for those even who have diabetes to eat a bread without their blood sugar spiking. The Joy Loaf collection is for those who don't care, but don't mind to have a little bit of starch in there, still healthy. I can promise you, once you see either one, it cannot compare to the loaves you find in a supermarket, guaranteed. I promise. So you can see on Facebook, on Instagram, you see certain pictures of our loaves and our loaf bags. So you have an idea how it looks. Okay, so here is a trick, so to speak, that we have learned the hard way on how to get the right gluten-free bread. So when you bake your bread, let's assume you have a good recipe, you bake it. Very often the baking time is not long enough, and that's the problem when you get a gummy bread. You know, you cut through the bread and it's still moist or too moist inside. So that is one of the biggest problems we see people have. So I see that people knock on the bread to hear if it sounds hollow, and that doesn't work with gluten-free bread. That's completely, I don't know who started this, but it's not working. I have did it myself on hundreds of times, and 100% of the time the bread didn't come out right. So what you need to do is you need to bake the bread long enough so until it loses about 10 to 20%. You know, 15% is my right, or let's say it's my the right zone, so to speak, of losing moisture from the cake, from the bread. So it's really important that you know the weight of your bread before you put it in the oven. And after about 2 hours of baking time, you put it back on a scale, and it should have lost about 15 to 20% of moisture. I know it may sound a lot, but it takes a lot of headaches away from you. It's the easiest way to create a no-brain bread, so to speak. A cake tester comes here in handy too. You know, one of these very thin needles. They're called cake tester. You insert them, and if it comes out clean, your bread is ready. So important is that you don't cut into your bread until at least 2-3 hours later, because once you take out your loaf is still baking. Even if it's out of the oven, It needs this process to complete. And as you know, flour cannot be consumed raw, so it's very, very important that your gluten-free bread is baked long enough until all the ingredients are properly cooked. Okay, drop a heart in the chat if you have ever bought a gluten-free bread that you didn't like, that crumbled. Yeah, so I think we all have been there. And yeah, so what is this all about? As I mentioned before, we are planning to launch Oh My Loaf by September, and we are creating the website right now. I think it's going to be really, really exciting to see the options you have for not only the subscriptions but the kind of flour mixes that we're offering. And for those who are joining our waitlist, you will get extra perks. You also have the opportunity to sign up for a founding member. And founding members are basically, once you support us as a founding member, your price will be locked in for life. So the prices will not rise in the future. You will have the same price as you have when you sign up. On top of that, you get a 10% discount for life. You have access to all the new mixes and the mixes that are not available to the public. So basically, we sending you flour mixes for you to try out and give us your feedback. It's gonna be a two-way conversation, so to speak, and we're asking, all we ask in return is asking for your feedback. And I think it's going to be very exciting, and I think you would love to be part of this kind of community if you're into this. That's not everyone's cup of coffee, so to speak, but there's a lot of other things. You will be part of a private community. As I mentioned before, early product testing. You have voting rights to where we donate our 2% of our revenue goes to a institution, and you will have rights to vote where we want to do this, where we want to send those. Again, join our wait list at ohmyloaf.com. And please follow our YouTube channel, Instagram, wherever you are. So I hope you enjoyed this. We will have this every Sunday, and I may go live in between in the week. So yeah, here's the address on the screen. This is actually only on YouTube. I'm actually live on Facebook as well. But you can find, Oh My Loaf is very, very simple. ohmyloaf.com and ohmyloaf.com. It's very simple. You can sign up for the waitlist, and I will send out emails. And when I'm ready to launch the founding member, I will let you know. I will definitely reach out to you, and you can decide if you want to be part of it. I hope you enjoyed this. I wanted to give you a little update on what's going on right now. So September will be launch month. In August we will have a giveaway. I'm very excited about this. So yes, from our kitchen to yours, thanks for believing in something better, and I'll see you around. Have a good day.